Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Gears Cup Series, only on channel De La Horseboat. I am Tom Torrey, aka The Horseboat. Happy to be alongside for the action with you tonight. We are at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Gears Cup Series. Brandon's Brittle 250 live here on twitch.tv. Again, I am Tom Torrey, aka The Horseboat. Thank you for joining me. Happy to be with you here tonight. Again, this series heating up, points battle in a dead heat. So let's get right into it. Let's look at the schedule here now just to show you where we're at and where we're going to be here soon. So tonight we have the Brandon's Brittle 250 here. Concrete, no dirt. That was earlier this season. Winner was Jonathan Militia. Tonight it'll be stages 75 laps. It was the first stage, 25 laps thereafter, and then 150 to the finish. Next week we will be at the Red Bull Ring for the Rich Energy 100, and then 2 weeks from tonight we will be at Nashville Super Speedway for Darley Parton's Music City 200 on June 23rd. Again, happy to have you along with us. Let's get right into the points race as it is heating up again. Mike DeWalt still the leader, 101 points back is Sean Anderson. Matt Albert in third with 951. Lucas Reed in fourth with 912. Jonathan Militia in the 69 with 894. Nate Fuller with 873. Cody Johnson with a solid 800. Parrot Huggins with 698. Tyler Steiner with a ever so wonderful 666. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 40 car of Kyle Munson with 605 points. Again, a good ways back. But guys, mostly in the top 10 with wins. The only two, as you see on your screen, without a win is Cody Johnson and Tyler Steiner. That is elusive, but not far-fetched. So we are just about ready for qualifying again. This is the Gears Cup Series. Brandon's Brittle 250. Coming up next will be qualifying. All right, let's ride along with Nate Fuller here, see what he can do for us. Driver from Elgin, South Carolina. Looks like it's going to be a 17:49 for his lap. Looks like he's going to back out and be done with it. Tyler Steiner here. We'll watch him for a moment. See what he's got. Looks like a 14:85. Parrot Huggins. Let's see what he's got. Any faster? The 14:60. Take a look at Cody Johnson again. One of those guys in the top 10 without a victory. He will look to redeem himself tonight. Maybe can punch his ticket with a victory. See what his first lap is like. A 14:88, not too bad. That's going to put him at 6th so far. Take a look at a new guy on the track. Number 56 of the target, Toyota Camry. It is Brandon Smith. taking his first laps as a Gears Cup Series driver. Happy to have him aboard. Looks like 1493 will be his best. See if there's anybody out here. Looks like 1472 for Cody Johnson to move him up into fourth. We will have a few minutes to go before qualifying ends. But Perrin Huggins looks like he will be your pole sitter. Hitsman. We have 12 drivers here tonight. And we are ready to get underway. Again, 250 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Brandon's Brittle 250. I'm going to bring in now my main man, the guy in radio control for tonight's broadcast, Matt Albert, who has been on a tear, on a winning streak, gets kicked to the booth. How are you, Matt? Yeah, it looks like we will have to wait just a little bit longer. Aiden just hit the wall. Looks like Aiden Lunn has hit the wall. Well, it looks like we have some action early on. Parent Huggins got a little. Looks like we're going to have to delay this start. Looks like a little bit of sloppy action to begin this race. Give us just one moment to get our ducks in a row. All right. As we try to get our stuff together, or as they say, our poop in a group, we're going to try this again. Wouldn't be Brandon's Brittle without a delayed start. Again, big shout out to our man Brandon, who will join us in the booth in a little bit to give us a little bit of commentary for this race. Looking forward to that. All right, as we are set.
Green is still under delay.
Yep, looks like we're under delay yet. It's going to be another lap before we get this thing underway, but we will get it going here very quickly. Again, we had a little trouble there at the start. I think it's nerves. It's Bristol. We have a long way to go. Again, 75 laps to the first stage. Perrin Huggins and Mike DeWalt are on your front row.
Official word is we're waiting on a driver.
Looks like we are waiting on the driver officially from race control. Looks like we are about set. Just about. Again, waiting for somebody to get their stuff together, as we have to delay the green, unfortunately. Getting word from race control, this race will begin here shortly. It is a bummer that we have to start this right with a caution. Caution before we even get out onto the track. Brandon, I am told, is in the green room with the green room. He's in a room within a room, so he'll be ready here shortly as we'll bring him in. He is ready off work and ready to go. All set like a hot and ready Little Caesars pizza. The Gears Cup Series is ready for the Brandon's Brittle 250. It is on. And it's a perfect segue for Brandon to come in and join me. Brandon Phillips with the Brandon's Brittle 250. Brandon, thank you for joining us. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm doing all right. Disappointed that I got off of work a little late, but aside from that, I'm glad to be here. Finally experiencing the iRacing side of things.
Yeah, glad to have you as the pack has separated a little early. Huggins, Anderson, and Johnson, your top three. DeWalt moved back from the front row back to fourth. Kyle Munson right there as well. And it looks like he's going to pull off and let Munson go by.
Now remember, we got the 13 car out there who was late to the start, so he's a lap down right now, about to go 2 down apparent up the front.
Thank you for that, Matt. Again,
I'm at 40% loading in to be able to watch. It's just taking forever.
that is all right. That is all right, Brandon. We're just happy to have you along for the ride. Looks like the 13 got into the wall, and he's going to be lapped. Here we go in the beginning of the Bass Pro Shops. Cody Johnson up into third place, making early moves to get up front.
Something's wrong with the 20 car. He's fallen all the way back to 10th place.
Gonna look now at our points leader in the power stack, DeWalt 20 Toyota Camry. Peoria, Illinois native. Something is going on and is not right for that chrome rim Toyota Camry of Mike DeWalt. And that is unfortunate. He has moved back all the way into 10th. Let's give a shout out to the guy.
Got Keaton around on the front stretch.
Keaton Sawyer's around on the front stretch as he is stopped with a smushed in front end. And it looks like he will back out
And
for a
he will
tow. He will tow and we will stay green.
A rough night.
It has.
Rough night, 10 laps in for Keaton.
Yeah, that is a rough start for that poor bastard. Perrin Huggins, Sean Anderson, Cody Johnson, Kyle Munson, and Tyler Steiner, your top 5. 10 laps of 250 complete. Again, stage 1 is going to be at lap 75.
Out of curiosity, does Bristol here drive like real life with both grooves, or is it more old school with the inside being more prevalent?
I would say it's more like after the repave was fresh and drivers were using the top a lot.
Yeah.
So it's more high side.
It's a lot more high side. Although the bottom is definitely useful, it's just not necessarily the best line for running hot laps or laps after laps.
The cool thing about this track compared to
Gotcha.
being on console, you can race side by side.
That's awesome.
20 is severely off the pace. He's about to get passed by the 3 car.
Let's take a look. Aiden Lund in the Dr. Pepper Ford Mustang 3 Strawberry or whatever the hell it is. Looks like that is going to be for 10th. That is unfortunate for Mike DeWalt, who qualified on the front row again. Some action early on during the beginning of that race. We didn't catch all of it, but we got the back end of it for sure. Perrin Huggins, your leader in the 8 Chevy Camaro. Anderson and Huggins using that top line.
Anderson is right in his tire tracks. He's not letting him get away. He hasn't broken away for more than a second over second place, but they've already got a 3-second gap back to third.
and they are putting on a clinic on the rest of the field at the moment. Looking back at the battle for fourth place between Kyle Munson and Tyler Steiner, trying to track down the 08 car of Cody Johnson with the lime green machine.
Oh, we got Perrin in the wall off of 4, and now Sean's right on his back bumper.
It looks like William Hitzman, the new rookie in the league. These walls will bite you, and severely. Especially the further you play it outside near the wall. Sean Anderson now about 2 car lengths back of the lead.
Not letting him get away, not yet.
Let's take a look at the battle here. Looks like for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th between Fitzpatrick, Fuller, Reed, and Smith. Smith being a rookie and a newest member of our league in that Target 56. Happy to have him along here for the ride. Battling with Lucas Reed and Nathan Fuller. In that Operation Motorsport 24. He is for sure a championship contender. Lucas Reed haven't said his name in a moment. In the Budweiser Chevy. And it looks like DeWalt is severely off the pace.
Off of his usual pace. He is not running in last place yet, but there's definitely something wrong with that car.
Yeah, definitely not something, or not something is not right. Perrin Huggins about ready to put him a lap down.
And Steiner has dropped right back in the clutches of that 6th through 9th battle. 5 cars under a blanket in 3 and 4, and Steiner hit the wall in the middle of it.
And that is going to bunch it up, and Lucas Reed
slid off of 4.
That almost got hot and heavy in a hurry. Good thing he kept it together. Like you said, Matt, he kept it straight. But here comes Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. Haven't said his name much all year long.
Oh, he's in the wall.
He is in the wall for sure. Nathan Fuller ready to pounce. Matt, give us a little play-by-play while I take a drink.
Oh, we got 3 wide off of turn 4 right here for the 5th spot. Steiner on the outside, Fuller on the inside. The 48's in the middle, and the 48 just walled Steiner. And Fuller's going to pass them both in 1 and 2. They're back to single file here. I imagine Steiner's right side of his car is starting to take some damage, take a beating after all the times he's been put up there or put himself up there. He was running in the top 5 earlier, now he's dropped all the way back to 7th. Oh, and we got the 8 car closing in on the next 2 lap down cars that he needs to put a lap down. Is the 20 car and the 3 car. Less than, oh, I thought for a second Perrin was about to put himself in the outside wall, but he's keeping it clean.
Matt Albert showing the natural broadcaster that he is. And it looks like we have a plethora of people about to go a lap down. Let's pay attention. It's like a cheetah going after a child with some ice cream. Huggins to the outside of DeWalt.
We had an incident where the 48 got loose off of turn 4, ran down on the apron, and as he tried to merge back onto the racetrack, the 56 had to throw himself in the wall to avoid him, and because of that, we see Fitzpatrick on pit road.
Yikes, that is unfortunate for the Fitzpatrick daddy. Hopefully he can pick it back up. Again, Mike DeWalt fighting Huggins off here, being put lap down, Matt, as we're taking a peek at that angle. Aiden Lund right there as well. Brandon Smith.
Brandon Smith, who has damage as well now because of avoiding the 48s instead.
Yeah.
We've also got Steiner, who went a lap down and dropped all the way to 10th place after all of that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt. We have 4 tire sets here we can change into tonight and 1 fast repair.
Yes, sir. We have the 1 fast repair and 4 sets of tires tonight. 4 sets of stickers plus the set that you started on.
Fantastic. So 5 total sets for this soiree here tonight. Huggins getting into some lap traffic. That's going to be tough as Mike finally lets him by, but he is on the inside. He's making him earn it. Give a shout out to Aiden Lund. He's actually kept his car pretty clean for most of the evening so far. But Perrin Huggins makes quick.
All the way up to 7th.
He has, but Perrin Huggins has made quick work of them.
Their team must have significant damage because he has been sitting on pit road since he got towed.
And that is unfortunate for Keaton Sawyers. Again, the 2022 Gears Cup Series inaugural champion was hoping for a stellar comeback as he's been strong in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, we had the 08 go by the 14 for second place.
Yes, as we saw an exchange of goods as well. The 08 and the lime green Mean Machine. He really should reach out to someone if he needs a paint scheme. So Brandon, being as now you've made it into the PC realm for iRacing, could we expect any races out of you this season?
I'm honestly not 100% sure. That would really depend on work.
All right. I can understand that.
Perrin's negotiating a pair of lap down cars side by side here. He's gonna get to the outside of the 10. He's on the bunker of the 48.
All right, let's see what we got here.
At the schedule here.
Throw through them both.
Yeah, take a peek and let us know, as we'll keep going. Perrin Huggins, Cody Johnson, Sean Anderson, Kyle Munson, and Nate Fuller, your top 5 and lead lap cars. We're 44 laps in of 250. Again, lap 75 will be stage 1. 25 laps thereafter, lap 100 will be stage 2. And then it will be a 150 lap dash to the finish for your winner of Brandon's Brittle 250.
We've had cars on the wall almost every lap so far in this event.
How many toe links will be broken tonight? But what is the over-under? Who knows?
There's already been at least 2.
At least 2.
Go
back to Cody Johnson, who's about 2 seconds back of the leader.
I will say I will not be able to without 100%. Will not be able to do the season finale at Vegas because I will be in Charlotte for the road course.
That's hot.
And Vegas is a track that I can actually do pretty fluently because it was available at the Hall of Fame when I went last year.
Cool. Fluency is good.
Um,
You're bilingual technically.
Brandon speaks racing.
And the children.
We got cars around on the front straightaway. This is going to be our first caution.
Oh, I see
cool.
that.
Just
Sean
in
Anderson
time.
around it in
Because I
the
just
wall.
popped in.
Let's see what's going on. Let's back that ass up. Hold on here, Brandon. Oh, it looks like...
Yeah, we got you.
Looks like we have Robert Fitzpatrick. Anderson goes to the inside. Fitzpatrick gets loose off the floor. It looks like I'm calling netcode on that one there, Matt. I'm calling netcode. That is truly a netcode situation. Let's back it up and we'll run it back again. But you can see their cars as they come off of 4. Fitzpatrick does get loose on the outside.
Clearly netcode.
But clearly netcode. You see no physical contact until the end, just right there. But it looks like both cars are going to be okay and be back in action. As you can see, he is still running.
I wonder what must be going through the head of Keaton in the 13 car. He took all this time to try and get here, and he immediately destroyed his car.
We will be right back in a moment. Looks like a sound technicality. Lost the engine sounds. We'll be right back. We are loading back in currently at the moment. We'll be ready in just a moment as they are still under caution. And there we are. We are back, and I have Brandon Phillips and Matt Albert in the booth with me for the Brandon's Brittle 250. Again, gentlemen, so glad to have you along with us tonight. Good racing action so far as we're getting set to go back. Green flag racing. Perrin Huggins looks like he got out to a little bit of a lead. We might have to review that, but he is off and away. 20 laps to go this time by for the stage 1 victory.
We're going to be right back into the thick of things here, ready to do another mess. A lot of cars on the backstretch. Somehow the 14 was involved in that crash, brought it out, and is battling for the 3rd position. He's probably going to take it too on these fresh tires. And just in case anybody missed it, our lucky dog in the last caution was in fact between her. But right now the battle for the lucky dog position is between the 10 of Lucas Reed, the 3 of Aiden Lunn, and the other drivers are already more than half the straightaway behind them.
Yeah, and that definitely is going to hurt in the long run for their sakes. As again, Huggins, Johnson, Anderson, Munson, and Fuller your top 5. Mike DeWalt in 6. Reed, Lund, Steiner, and Smith. Huggins right now, guys, looks like the clear-cut winner for tonight. Don't want to jinx him, obviously.
Well, you have, because Sean Anderson is coming on those fresh tires and is going to go in this stage.
I could see that happening right now. As the hunt.
Let's see if I can load up Discord on the computer real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Sounds like we got a car in the wall, but I'm not sure where.
Yeah, I heard it, but I don't know where. As we're sticking with the leader right now, as Anderson goes to the inside. Mr. Anderson. All over the back bumper, still sticks it inside. Huggins, he's going to just let him go. Your new leader, the man who's in the last caution and got a little loose out of 4 there, held it together, Sean Anderson.
The 13 car has rejoined the track under that caution.
Yeah, looks like Keaton Sawyer's in the Bass Pro Shops. Tracker Boats, Toyota Camry. That's a slick-looking ride. Battling against Tyler Steiner. Keaton, multiple laps down, but making an effort of it. Looks like the front end is repaired, and he is ready to go.
Looks like the 56 is off the pace here. I'm not sure if he's going to come to pit road or not, but he is very clearly.
Yeah, he does not look well. Again, Brandon Smith, a new guy in our league. Happy to have Brandon along. Slick ride, ready to go. He was fast early on, has fallen off the pace. Hopefully, he will get his stuff together. Kyle Munson, 4th place here. Mike DeWalt in 5th. So this is your battle for 4th place. Mike DeWalt seems to have recovered.
You didn't believe the tires mattered when you saw the 14 drive right by the 8 car and pull away. You'll believe it when you see that Robert Fitzpatrick just passed Cody Johnson, even though Fitzpatrick is multiple laps down.
Right.
Fitzpatrick is the one that assuredly is proving just how good a new set of tires is.
Like Larry always says, tires, tires, tires. Give me my tires.
Nothing like a fresh set of tires as Sean Anderson is putting a gap on Perrin Huggins. 5 laps to go next time by. 3 seconds up is Sean Anderson. Sean Anderson all alone on a Sunday drive on a Friday night. Cody Johnson, Kyle Munson, Michael DeWalt battling for stage points.
56 is going to get a lap to punts again before the stage is over.
That is too bad. Take a look around the track, see what we can find, see what trouble we can get into. Looks like a little trouble between DeWalt and Steiner. Steiner finally gives it up. DeWalt in that power stack. Number 20 Toyota Camry. I like to say that. Power stack.
Almost reminds me of Power Choke like Ford.
Looks like 1 lap to go. Coming up.
Last lap of the stage here, and Sean Anderson is cruising away with it.
Sean Anderson going to be your stage 1 winner of the Brandon's Brittle 250. There it is.
He's got to wait for the 24 to get around. He's going to come collect the final stage point. He will be under caution for the 2nd time tonight.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
See if we can get a word with somebody. But Sean Anderson, your stage 1 winner.
Let's drag in the 20 and see what he has to say about the starting incident and how his car was behaving.
Go ahead. Let's do it. Mike DeWalt in the 20. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
We got the power stack. Number 20 Toyota Camry with us. Mike DeWalt. Mike, have to know what happened on the start there and how did you recover?
Well, Perrin knocked my door off on the start of the race on the grid, so that wasn't great, but was able to just hold on there, get the lucky dog under the stage caution. Or, no, not even the stage caution, it was the caution before that, and get back on the lead lap. So got some stage points there, so got pretty lucky with that, but looking forward to trying to get towards the front now as we go to the next stage.
Awesome.
So, was your first dent by design, or did you have to have damage that needed a fast
Oh, I
repair
had
when you
damage.
came in?
I had some damage to repair there. That was not 100%.
That's what it seemed like, but we couldn't be sure from up here in the booth.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to the rest, to you the rest of the way, and hopefully that will happen again. But all right, we'll get you back to where you need to be. Thank you for joining us here during the caution between the stage.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Mike DeWalt on the number 20 car. Taking a moment to speak with us. Promptly got him back out on the track.
I'm really surprised that, although I shouldn't be surprised, I am really surprised that the 14 didn't pit under this caution. He obviously pitted when the caution came out that involved him around lap 45 or 50, so it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to take another set of tires here, but if you want track position going into the final stage, the most important stage of the race, your best bet might have been tires here.
Well, I mean, either that or if he took that set and he feels confident he can make it that dash of 25 laps. Again, you know, we're looking at a third of what we raced before, so maybe he feels like he's confident on that set and can roll with it.
As long as he can keep the track position, I see no fault in it. But if he ends up dropping outside of the top 3 or top 4, I'm going to be really questioning why he didn't come in for another set of tires.
Yeah,
It is Brittle,
I'm
baby.
gonna say, yeah, I believe everybody behind the 8 pit.
Yeah, every other
including
lead
the
lap
8.
car pitted, yes. Which is why I'm really concerned for what the 14's pace is going to be like.
Well, I mean, it could
Do you guys
be...
have choose rule?
Just for the leader.
Just for the leader? I mean, if he chooses the outside, he might be able to hang on a little bit longer for the restart, because the outside usually gets a better restart.
Right, right. He will choose
But
the
with him
inside
looks-
as a file up.
I don't like that move. I don't like that move.
All right, as we
He
enter
still has
in...
control.
As we
I
enter
know,
into
but
stage 2, it's going to be Sean Anderson and Perrin Huggins. Row 2 is going to be Cody Johnson and Mike DeWalt. Row 3 is going to be Kyle Munson and Nate Fuller. And then Brandon Smith and Aiden Lund. Lucas Reed, William Hitzman, Keaton Sawyers, Tyler Steiner, and Robert Fitzpatrick as we get set to kick off stage 2. Sean Anderson off and away in the HaasTools.com Ford Mustang. As Brandon and Matt has said, everybody else is pretty much on a fresh set. Besides Sean Anderson. Sean Anderson has a few laps under those tires, but it was precious stage points and a stage win that he earned.
Yes, it is.
Guess we'll find out who's playing the long game. Anderson, Huggins, Johnson, DeWalt, and Fuller, your top 5. Kyle Munson and Lucas Reed on the lead lap.
Could be mistaken, but it looks like he might be able to hold his own for maybe the first 15, 20 laps.
Well, you got to think it's going to be a 15.
Only 15 laps.
Right, we have 15 laps left here in the stage. So again,
this might be interesting.
Right, like I mentioned before, maybe he just felt confident he could be on that set and keep it. But as I speak, Perrin Huggins is closing in.
Getting there.
Like myself, when I see some pizza fresh out of the oven, I will go for it. We have a wreck in turn 1. Who is it, baby? Let's find out. Let's back that ass up.
It's the 24 turning the 20 slightly down the straightaway, but then the 20 can recover it.
Left rear is destroyed on the
48
20.
drove right into him,
man.
as did the 3. That's a big, big hit for the 20 car.
Here we go,
Yeah,
Mike
his
DeWalt.
left rear is
Corner panel.
destroyed.
He keeps it together for the moment. There he goes in the wall. Ooh, and he slaps the drive door and an unfortunate smoke. Let's back that up a little bit more. Here comes Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to go and just nails him. Aiden Lund does it well. Tag teaming him at like a Piper Perry pizza party. It is on. And that is unfortunate for Michael DeWalt, as that shortly may end his night. His luck has finally run out.
His competitive night.
You're right, his competitive night.
You will run laps out there and battle with Keaton for 12th place at the end of this thing,
He
I'm sure.
Definitely will, with his 35 minutes of required repairs.
How'd you get that information?
No, I didn't. I'm just guessing, but I assume it's a lot because he got hit a couple times.
Left rear toe link's destroyed. I'm surprised he's not done.
Definitely impressed as I crack open another beer. How this night has gone, we really haven't had a lot of cautions. Had to delay the start inevitably. Got to that first stage, but right now it is getting about as real as it gets. It's our 4th caution of the night. I guess really our first real caution.
You
But
would be
nonetheless.
shocked to learn who just got the lucky dog, if I'm reading this
Can you
correctly.
tell me? You can
Like-
tell me.
I believe that William Hitzman is the lucky dog and is now running in 7th place on the lead lap.
snap. William
Nice.
Hitzman, and you are correct. One of our newbies. Let's show him some love. Let's get some camera time on him. In that 54 car. In that monster beast Toyota Camry. Steiner looks like he's 2 laps down. Smith a few laps down. DeWalt's in the pit. Don't worry about that 61 car. He's just here for show tonight. Show car. Again, we're gonna go green here in just another lap or so. Looks like lights are off, which means we are gonna get going here. Hearing a lot of Discord messages. I'm sure you can hear the beep.
I didn't know you could hear that.
Yes, you can.
We
Can
just
you
had
build
Steiner
it?
questioning about his wave around, but he was not in the wave around position.
Here we go. Perrin Huggins
Green,
leads
green,
us
green.
off to green in the 3G8. Chevy Camaro. 9 laps to go. 8 at the line. Fuller up
I know
into
he's got
second.
fresh tires. I know he's got fresh tires, but that was exactly what I was talking about with the high line having the better restarts.
Absolutely, and there goes Lucas Reed on the front stretch. Jesus took the wheel on
Everybody
that
else
one.
going straight.
Everybody's
Oh, the 20's
still
back on the
okay.
track.
20 is back out there. Surprisingly, he is going
Maybe he
to
didn't take his gas repair.
he's going to kick and scream his way back up to the front. I have a feeling we have not heard the last of Mike DeWalt. Yeah, at Bristol, that could all change in a hurry. Perrin Huggins, your leader. Nate Fuller, Sean Anderson, Cody Johnson, and Kyle Munson, your top 5.
Definitely got lucky under that caution to do most of that repair time.
Absolutely.
I believe that he took the fast repair on this caution, but initially when he had damage from the start, I believe that he just repaired it naturally under caution. So I believe he did use the fast repair for this one.
I would believe that as well.
Oh, we got another wreck on the turn 3.
Oh, Fitzpatrick Sr. and
Yo, yo,
Lucas Reed. Sweet, sweet love into the wall, and let's back it up and see what we got.
What? The
Oh.
48's already backwards and somebody ran into him.
Yikes. Let's get a look from the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. See what happened here. Oh, we got to back that up even more. With that's you can't
This
tease
will
me
be
like
the
that.
stage. Don't pit if you want stage points.
As our race control said, this is going to be for the stage. Let's see what happened here with Fitzpatrick. He gets loose in the inside front stretch. Just nicks Steiner. Head-on collision with Keaton Sawyers. And then takes out Lucas Reed with him. Oh my goodness. That is unfortunate. And I'm sure Fitzpatrick feels awful. Let's run that back one more time. That just looked like he lost control.
Our lucky dog is the 3 car.
Aiden Lund gets the lucky
And
dog
he's
free
going
pad.
around. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah,
You
it
have
just
to get
gets
lap
loose.
100 on the racetrack if you want stage points.
Ooh, Keaton Sawyers and Lucas Reed get the worst of it. Sweet baby Jesus. That is unfortunate.
I had it on focus on crashes and it didn't even show me that crash until the car I was following arrived to the crash.
How do you set that?
If you click on the driver's helmet in the bottom left, it'll bring up a drop-down menu that's got all the different driver names and a few different options like focus on the crashes or focus on the leader.
Look at him. He is a tutorial expert in iRacing. You could pay him by the hour. Matt Albert.
I actually charged
Thank
by
God that
hour.
was. I was gonna say thank God that was 5 seconds. So here's a quarter.
No, we charge for the hour once he starts. It's automatic.
Yeah, I'm billing you for the whole hour.
That's right. We will send you an invoice.
No, I figured that shit out on my own.
We will
Yeah,
send
sure
you
you
an
would.
invoice.
I figured it out on my own. I don't know what you're talking about.
So we'll have 150 laps to the checkered flag. Perrin Huggins, your stage
Our pit's
2
not
winner
open yet.
of Brandon's Brittle 250. Big shout out to Perrin. Getting 6 poles this year out of the 14 races we ran for points.
Out of curiosity, since we're under this stage break, could I possibly throw a hat as to what possibly could be in attendance for me?
Whatever you want. I don't care.
I was going to say, since I didn't get the chance to because we were going into replay and caution the last time we were talking about it, possibility is Charlotte, Darlington, and Talladega would be one of the three. Maybe Charlotte and Talladega.
If you race Talladega,
Like-
I might have to throw my hat in the ring and race Talladega as well.
I was going to say, I feel like Talladega would be the easiest thing for me to do without getting the most frustrated at myself.
Now I have to ask, do you have Talladega right now on iRacing?
I'll be able to get it in 2 minutes.
We're going to run a recruitment race after this, and that is likely going to be the track.
I do not have my wheel hooked up. I am not driving on the mouse, and fuck you. God, sorry. Screwing
That's okay.
y'all up.
It's okay. We have a mature thing on our page, so it's all right. I don't like it all the time, but the F word is okay. As we're taking it easy here tonight. Looks like Keaton Sawyers is back on the track. Used his fast repair. Thank goodness for Keaton. William Hitzman right now. Let me just get this straight for a second. He's our leader.
He is.
Matt, give me some clarity. What is going on?
I want to say pit stops.
Can't say that I'm not a fan of it. I love this right now.
And we are coming up to, we are actually 10, 15, 20, sorry, well, coming
Oh,
up
looks
on
like
halfway
Hitzman has
almost.
stopped. And lets Huggins go around. He will drop back. Something must have been communicated to him. Not sure. Looks like Huggins and Fuller will be on the front row. Anderson and Johnson in row 2. Munson and Lund in row 3. Hitzman and Reed in row 4. Steiner and Smith in row 5. And DeWalt in row 6 with Sawyers.
Green, green, green.
And we are back at it for the Brandon's Brittle 250. Hopefully we get the conclusion here. It's been a solid run the whole way. Knock on wood, we haven't had too many accidents. We've had actually some pretty good green flag racing. Strategy has come into play. Looks like Johnson and Munson are battling it out there for 4th, with Fuller and Anderson battling it out for 2nd.
Yeah, it's what it's looking like. I'm trying to figure out cameras here. Yeah, they're all about separated by a half a second here. With Perrin seems to be pulling away a little bit.
This is the highest that Fuller has run tonight. He just passed Sean Anderson for 2nd place. At the 08 on the wall on entry at turn 3 as well.
And for just, oh, looks like Anderson has lost his front bumper.
Oh,
What
no.
in the Lord's name happened? We're going to back it up just for a second while these guys are under green. I have to know what transpired. Yeah, let's back it up.
Looks
Oh,
like
bam!
Toe link messed up.
Oh,
he's
that
got
is
his
a
car is
unfortunate.
wounded. That is a wounded vehicle.
As he's
Yeah,
crawling
right
through
front.
pit lane. Tons of damage. We are still green. Single car
I bet I
wreck.
can start this race right now and still finish in the top 10.
You might be able to.
We got sliding cars. I don't know if they wrecked though.
Aiden is in the pits. Aiden Lund, a 3 car.
That's not good for him.
No, that is definitely not good for him.
That's 2 cars who were on the lead lap 3 laps ago who are now a lap down because they've had to make an unscheduled green flag pit stop.
William Hitzman in 5th place. Lucas Reed in 6th. Cody Johnson 4th. Munson 3rd. Fuller 2nd. And Huggins in 1st. This is the race to watch here. The battle in the top 3.
Yeah.
Let's give it a moment as we're going to turn it up. Mute our mics. And let you guys enjoy pure racing action. Here we go as we are back in action. Ignoring whatever Brandon just said as I had him muted. And we are back live for the Brandon's Brittle 250. Let's bring in Brandon again as I was so rude bringing us back in. I do apologize, good sir.
No problem. You're good. But it's definitely a pleasure being up here in the booth with you guys. Definitely fun watching what is, I guess, theoretically my first trip into iRacing.
Yeah. No, we're happy to have you. Hopefully you get that wheel down 3 flights of stairs into that McDonald's ball pit, get the high C and the cigarette together, and we'll see you on iRacing soon enough. Glad to have you with us tonight.
Hopefully, yeah. I think I might need to get it to run just a little bit better than what it is. See what I can tweak and modify to help get it to run a little bit better.
That's hot. That's hot.
Aside from that, it looks like it's doing pretty good. Like, it's been staying steady. Unfortunately, at a console rate, about 30 FPS. But aside from that, it's been pretty decent.
Yeah, we'll see you Sunday night for the F1 League. Perrin Huggins going to the inside of Keaton Sawyers in the Bass Pro Shops Toyota Camry.
Funny that you mentioned the F1 League and then Keaton's getting passed right after he won his first F1.
Yeah, that's what I said. And
Yes,
he's actually in a Chevy Camaro. I'm used to seeing him in a Toyota. He is in a Camaro in that 13 car. That is my fault. Any rate, he is getting lapped.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but he's been through a lot throughout the race tonight.
Yeah, he has had a lot of problems. Head-on collision in the last caution. Had his fast repair up his sleeve, so good for him.
Yeah, managed to just be able to stay in this. And he is currently battling with trying to make up 7 laps on Robert Fitzpatrick Sr.
And Fitzpatrick is on pit road right now, so that battle for 12th that I mentioned earlier is going to happen.
Brandon, as this is your race, this is our tribute to you from the Gears Cup Series to the GSL. Go ahead here. I want to hear your play-by-play. Let's see what you got here at Bristol here tonight.
It's probably not going to be that good here at Brittle, but it seems like Perrin Huggins has got quite an advantage over, I got to get used to these names. Munson. Cody Johnson staying right up there, being right there just to be able to put just enough pressure while he's trying to get around this 24 car. What else is going on?
Who would be your pick for tonight if you had to choose? Anybody but Perrin Huggins. Let's do that. If you had a dark horse, who would it be?
I feel like it could be one of these 3 here battling for second, because one of them might end up having a better long run car than Perrin. Who knows?
I raced with Kyle Munson, with him in a different league. That man is very talented. Nathan Fuller has been prominent all year long.
I hate to interrupt you as we get Cody going around the 24 on the outside. Might get held up. Ooh, no, he makes it to the inside of the lap car. Looks to be the 56 of Hitzman.
Yeah, the lime green meat machine and the Cody Johnson machine trying to track down Kyle Munson for second place. Let's go and take a look here.
Looks like Cody might have found a groove.
Keaton by Robert Fitzpatrick. We've also got the 14 sitting on the pit road now, 12 laps down, as he's repairing his own damage.
Cody has found a groove. He's starting to make moves on the inside of the 40 car.
Yeah, as we are watching that side-by-side action right now.
I think the 24 has begun to fall off.
Ooh, and they touch!
A little bit of contact. Not too aggressive.
No, but
and
that's
on
what...
that edge.
Due to my great camera work, we got that angle. Kurt angle, if you will.
14's exiting pit road, about 15 laps down.
That is unfortunate, as Sean Anderson is in second place in the points race, but maybe that's what Mike DeWalt needs. As we're sitting here for the battle for second, Perrin Huggins has got to be loving this between Kyle Munson and Cody Johnson.
Oh yeah, it's going to allow him to pull the gap out a little bit. Right now he's got 2.2 on them 2 battling.
Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah, really close going into turn 1.
Next time by, we will have 100 laps to go. This has been a great one here tonight, folks. Perrin Huggins has dominated the field. He is your current leader. In second, we have Kyle Munson currently, but battling with him right there is Cody Johnson. Nathan Fuller in the 24 in 4th. Lucas Reed in 5th. William Hinsman in 6th. Aiden Lund in 7th. Brandon Smith in 8th. Tyler Steiner in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is Mike DeWalt in the power stack. DeWalt, 20
I'm
Toyota
really
Camry.
interested to see what the 08's going to do here. Now, he's got a little bit of clean track. He's got his preferred line on the outside. No, we're not really getting fought right now by Munson. Looks like Munson's car is starting to go off. The 24 is definitely starting to go off. He's fallen 5 seconds behind the leader now. The 08 is, at this point, the dark horse, and obviously the favorite is still going to be the car.
Definitely. So it's between the 8s here tonight. Cody Johnson is the man, the only man on the lead lap currently without a win. Perrin Huggins, 6 poles. I count that, 6 poles out of 14-point race, 14-point races.
That sounds like me back in the day.
That's what she said. Perrin Huggins has a win on the season. Cody Johnson does not. Munson has a win. Fuller has a win. Reed has a win. Again, all eyes is on that lime green machine.
And even he is not really making that much ground up on Perrin. In fact, Perrin just pulled another 10th out on that lap.
Well, yeah, but Cody's being held up by 2 lap cars going through right now, trying to get around him.
We got the 56 coming up the road.
Perrin Huggins putting on a show tonight. Friends and family, I'm sure, watching at home, enjoying this run and this domination. Again, currently sits 8th in the point standings as his car number shows. A second win here this season would definitely help that over Cody Johnson, as he's nearly 132 points behind. Excuse me, 102. I can't do math. It's almost 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Nice.
Leave me alone. Just leave me the hell alone.
Matt, to come back to what you said earlier about that pit stop that Fitzpatrick had, he is now
15 laps ahead, yeah.
yeah.
Matt, I'm going to kick it over to you for some play-by-play action.
I'm going to kick it over to Brandon for some play-by-play action.
Oh God, this is gonna be horrible. I'm sorry for the train wreck.
We'll kick it back to Brandon for this action. We're having fun here tonight, and Brandon, if you do want to do some commentary, please take it away, man.
I will do the best I can as Fuller is getting his way around the lap car of Tyler Steiner. Looks like everybody's pretty spread out, except for a couple of lap cars battling. Looks like it might be Eaton and Mike side by side, even though they're not on the same lap. Gotcha. Let's see.
Sorry about that.
You're good, Matt. From what I'm seeing, Perrin's pulled it out to a 4-second advantage over Cody Johnson, who's now pulled out 2 seconds over Kyle Munson. So it seems like they might secure the top 3 for the next, I want to say 50 laps, at least until the next pit stop.
As Brandon mentioned, has great pullout game.
This race is beginning to feel less like a race and more like a survivalist retreat. Everyone's just trying to make it to the end.
Yeah.
The battle of attrition returns.
Always at Bristol. Always.
No.
You're not going to be a horse princess, are you?
Cody
Okay.
Johnson just hitting off the wall. And
Again, if you want another reminder as to how good fresh tires are, take a look at the 56 by now. Because he just flew by 4th place Nathan Fuller, who I assume Fuller's got to be on the worst tires out there at this point.
And Matt, would you say,
Probably he also just bounced off the wall?
correct me if I'm wrong, but you're using a lot of your right rear here. Is that correct?
I would say it's more right front, to be honest.
Okay.
Just because of the way that the next gen car is, lot tighter in general as a race vehicle. And yeah, there's not really enough power to get it to be a right-rear driving car.
Okay,
I
it looks
feel
like
like
Cody
that's
Johnson
the
just
only
pitted.
How you drive it.
Get the 08 on pit road here.
Looks like he's going to be starting that last cycle of green flag pit stops early, and it looks like 8 and 1 might be. No, he's just letting the 56 go by. But he's currently
Brandon
set up
Smith.
to possibly get a top 5 if cycles out from pit stops.
Well, currently Lucas Reed is the man on the bubble for the top 5. William Hitzman right there in 6th. Looks like he's just riding along for the show. His best lap tonight is a 15:09. Everybody else is running in the 14s, but again, it's almost like the tortoise and the hare. He's been doing pretty well here tonight, keeping it clean and doing quite well in his first race here in the Gears Cup Series.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Perrin Huggins.
There's a call in the voice chat. The 24 is coming to pit road.
Nate Fuller has entered pit lane. Perrin Huggins chasing down Michael DeWalt.
44 trying to make pit road. I don't know if he did. And the 8 car is pitting as well.
Yes, the 8 car is
There
pitting.
she
They're
blows.
at 75 to go.
Brandon perfectly said 75 to go. Kyle Munson is your new leader. As he mentioned in
Just
Discord
about.
tonight about getting augured, he is definitely doing the augering and working his way up to the front. Dug a hole all the way to
lap
China.
here. I have to assume that he's got to come to pit road pretty soon.
Depends on the pit strategy, but I do think he's not far off.
Got a 12.5-second pit stop for Perrin Huggins, and he's on his way out on the apron.
That's hot, that's hot.
And the 40 will continue to lead. Wow, the 08 drove right by the 8 car. I wonder if the 8 car took a conservative approach to pit road. Maybe. I'm
Either
not
that
sure.
or the undercut's that strong.
The undercut might just be that strong. That definitely plays a part into it.
His lime green
I
game is
couldn't tell.
strong.
I think it was Lucas Reed is on pit road now.
Lucas Reed on pit road. That is a beautiful Bud car.
I wish I could see it, but I'll wait until after this to download trading paints and all that.
The only guy on the lead lap right now is the leader, the 40 car.
Kyle Munson
Yes.
in the
But I feel like
Horizon
after
44
the cycle,
Mustang, keeping it hot. Go
I
ahead,
feel like
Brandon. Go
after,
ahead.
sorry, I feel like after this cycle he might end up a lap down with Cody and Perrin both only being 1 lap down behind. I'm just looking at the leaderboard and just trying to anticipate what's going to happen throughout the cycle. Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to get taken used to. There might be a few Fridays where I might be able to have off and possibly.
Oh, we got a wreck between, looks like Lucas Reed.
Yellow flag is out.
Sorry to get in front of you there, Brandon. I just saw
You're
that
good.
as we were
Takes
chit-chatting.
priority.
Let's see what we got. And that's between Sean Anderson, Tyler Steiner, and Lucas Reed as they come out of the corner. Oh, Anderson gets a little bit loose, and it was a domino effect. They were all able to keep it clean. Good for them to keep it clean. Say that 3 times fast, but I'm not gonna.
So,
And what a
this
break
puts
for Kyle
Munson in
Munson.
the catbird seat. This absolutely puts the 40 car in control of this race.
44
Oh,
got
my
loose,
Lord.
tapped the 10,
He's gonna
up
pit.
into the 14. That was just unfortunate.
That is
That was just
amazing
quite
if
unfortunate.
anything else. What's more impressive is that they kept it together. Still a
Oh,
caution, sure, but definitely one of those things where everybody had their heads on a swivel and nobody got into each other to create any further chaos. So
Oh,
good
yeah.
on them for them 3 drivers. That is experience in running with each other for a minute.
What's it for?
As we are at pit lane. Let's see who gets off first.
It's
The
going to
Waltz.
be between Cody and Kyle, so.
Smith.
Aaron Huggins ends up trapped a lap down from this caution. I
Wow.
want to point that out right now. So this might come, unless he can get the wave around or the lucky dog, but Cody just came out of the pits, so I don't know.
I mean, you got to think Huggins was tracking people when he was out front early on. I can't imagine that he can't do that and be able to get his lap back. I just don't see.
Oh yeah, he's the lucky dog.
Yeah, so
Huggins
he's
is
got
the
it.
lucky dog.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but that's still gonna put him back behind the lead lap car.
yeah,
40
Munson, Johnson,
the
and
40
Huggins.
has a black flag for passing the pace car under yellow. The pace car pulled out
What?
to catch him as the leader, and he drove right by it.
Boy, yo, 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 yo. And that is going to
Nice.
be
I'm
excruciating
not sure
for
how
Kyle.
that affects his race, but it is going to take him out of the lead, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If it's a pass through, it's just gonna put him at the tail end of the lead lap.
And you know this how, Mr. iRacing?
I'm looking at the leaderboard, and we're under caution.
That doesn't explain anything.
He is aficionado. This is Brandon's race. Don't be such a jerk.
So, the 08 was the lucky dog. I'm not sure what penalty the 40 is going to have to serve.
I think it's going to be, what, a stop and go, or is it a drive-through?
Not sure.
Oh, that's going to be hot. Let's pay attention to that.
Aaron Huggins is the wave around.
Yeah.
Looks
Here
like,
we
'cause
go.
He is on the lead lap.
So now is Cody Johnson the one in the catbird seat? Because it seems like it.
I believe
Kinda
so, and
seems-
he
yeah.
was my pick
Going
'cause he
green.
was starting to
Green's
pick
out.
up.
Green flag. Green flag.
And Kyle Munson's going to lead us off, but he's going to have to drop off, as it were. Kyle Munson, Cody Johnson, Perrin Huggins, your top three. It looks like we had a bunch of lap traffic in front. This is going to be very interesting how this is going to shape out to be.
Looks like Tyler Steiner has withdrawn from the racing onto the garage.
That is unfortunate for Steiner.
That's what I'm seeing in the little chat bubble on the bottom right.
Yeah, he's not there. His race has ended for tonight, looks like.
Oh, that'll allow Sean Anderson, Ethan Salyers, and Robert Fitzpatrick to move up a position by the end of the race, possibly.
Correct.
Never going to get back on the racetrack tonight, but let's be hopeful.
Munson's going to have to serve
yeah,
this
see
penalty
that.
sometime.
It may have been a penalty served under caution. It may have been. We're unsure about the exact number because it was the game general penalty.
Thank you, iRacing.
Yeah, Perrin Huggins is battling Cody Johnson for second right now, looks like.
And that is some
No,
back
they're
racing.
separated. Yeah.
Let's get the gyro cam with Cody Johnson. Again, if you're just joining us, I have Matt Albert and Brandon Phillips. I'm Tom Torrey. You are watching the Gears Cup Series on the Channel de la Horse Boat for the Gears Cup Series. Brandon's Brittle 250. And we're happy to have you. Riding on board with Cody Johnson. Riding along in third. Move it up to Perrin Huggins, who is currently in second.
Yes, but I feel like he's going to be starting to close in on Munson just a little bit.
Brandon can feel it coming in the air tonight. The famous words of Bill Collins. As we're closing in on 50 laps to go of the Brandon's Brittle 250.
Speak about that fifth place situation earlier. Currently, William Hitzman holds that spot.
As we're
after
riding
everything
along with him
cycled out
currently.
with caution.
Yeah, just panned to him just now. Again, still his fastest lap of a 15:06. Where it looks like the best lap of the night is a 14:59. In the ballpark, but not really, as he's over a half second behind the best lap. But again, it's about attrition. And tonight is a battle of attrition. Looks like Keaton Sawyer's getting loose out of 4.
The gap between first and second seems to be stabilizing around 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, and it looks like that will change shortly, I would imagine. Perrin Huggins on his way in second place currently. Stage 1 winner. Or excuse me, stage 2 winner. Sean Anderson was our stage 1 winner. Currently in 10th place is Sean Anderson, as we'll pan to him for a second. Show him some
Definitely
love.
doesn't have a car at 100% right now.
That is unfortunate.
As per the result of Bristol.
It's Brittle, baby.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Less than 50 laps to go. Kyle Munson, Perrin Huggins, Cody Johnson, Nathan Fuller, and William Hitzeman. Your top 5 with Lucas Reed, Aiden Lund, Brandon Smith, Mike DeWalt, and Sean Anderson rounding out your top 10. Again, Brandon Gary on. Sorry I cut you off there.
You're good. I'm still getting used to like learning a lot of stuff with this. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm seeing that Lucas Reed and Aiden Lund on the same lap here, but I'm not sure. It looks like they're about half a track apart, so that might not come into play here towards the end.
Yeah, there's a bit of an interesting situation here. We got 6th and 7th place both on the same lap, 3 laps down, and 8th and 9th place also both on the same lap, but 4 laps down. We got Brandon Smith and Mike DeWalt battling for 8th, but they're also separated by half a track. Not quite as much as Aiden Lund and Lucas Reed were split up, but it's not looking like any of those lap down cars will be changing hands anytime soon. Still got Munson about 3.5 seconds ahead of Huggins right now. And I would have to say if nothing changes, then it's looking like Munson's race.
Huggins has closed the gap down to 3.3, so we could get close towards the end of the race unless a caution comes out.
I do know from my time racing with Munson that he's pretty good with his tires, pretty good with his equipment. It lasts the whole run. That's the kind of driver that he is. It's the kind of cars that he wants to drive. It's how he wants to build his setups, make his adjustments.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's down to 3.2, 3.0. I think Perrin Huggins might be on his way to catching Kyle.
Perrin Huggins might just be inevitable.
Kind of like Thanos.
That was the reference.
Gas down to 2.5. Gas down to 2.5, I think.
Yeah, Huggins is closing in. Just as I was about to hand Munson the winner's trophy in the winner's circle, the lead's been cut down by a second, just about 5 laps.
I wouldn't count Perrin out yet, but I think he's going to abuse his stuff trying to get up to Kyle, so it's going to be close at the end.
We got Hitzeman about to go 3 laps down, and then in front of Hitzeman, it looks like we've got a 3 car about to go 4 laps down.
Lucas Reed is slowly closing in on Hitzeman. He might be able to recapture that 5th spot. Right now, a straightaway separates the 2, it looks like. Maybe a straightaway and a half. Ooh, as Hitzeman gets a little bit loose off of 4 there.
The wall off of the exit of turn 4 is just absolutely taking a beating tonight.
Oh yeah, it's because
we have the 48 returning to the racetrack 124 laps down. We'll see if he's got any chance to pick up positions. I doubt it.
Positions, no, but he will be able to finish the race under his own power.
Yes, he is driving on pit road at the moment, on the backstretch pit road. The lead has been cut to 1.3 seconds. Huggins is on the way as we approach 30 laps to go in the Brandon's Brittle 250.
That is amazing. Again, that is lovely commentary you hear from Matt Albert and Brandon Phillips. Again, so thankful to have you boys in the booth tonight. Gets a little lonely here in the hot seat without some company. So glad to have you guys here tonight.
That lead's been cut down to a second. He took 3/10 out of it that lap.
He's in the
Huggins is coming.
DRS range. Not that there's going to be DRS at Bristol.
DRS, a term in Formula One. If you are not familiar with it, get with the program.
And you know what? It's not just Munson either. It's not
Oh yeah,
Huggins
Cody's
on
catching
his
up.
own. Cody Johnson was the fastest of all three of those lead lap cars on the last lap.
And he is
Yeah,
slowly
but-
closing in as he's sub 2.7 seconds and dropping.
Oh yeah, and on
It's
top
going
of
to-
that, it's going to depend on if Kyle will be able to hold off Parent Huggins, and will it be long enough to allow Cody to get there to make it a three-way battle?
Yeah, this will be an exciting finish. That is for sure.
The 40 is going to fight for everything here. He knows
Oh,
that
yeah.
as soon as he loses this
He's
track
gotta
position,
protect that
he's
high
gonna
side.
be screwed.
He's got to protect that high side. He's got to force Parent to go to the bottom.
Perrin's got good run off the exit 2. He's got at the
Ooh.
corner, down to the door, even in the middle of 3 and 4. 40 should have the run. He pushed a
Oh,
little
and I
hard,
think
though.
he nicks the
ran out,
wall a little bit.
Yep, and then...
And the 8 car goes to the lead.
Yep,
And
and that allowed
just like
Cody to
that.
catch up to a 2-second gap, so he might be able to take second back from Kyle as well.
Those tires slowly going away for Kyle Munson. Brandon, you got to think the 3 Chia of Parent Huggins gets this win. I mean, it's hard to debate it.
Yeah, but
He's
there's
inevitable.
still
definitely is.
25. There's still 25 to go though. Did he use up his stuff trying to get to that 40 car?
I think on the last run, the 08 proved to us that he has the best long run car. It's just about whether he's going to have enough time to get there.
25 laps is a long time, but it goes by pretty quick.
I would say almost 2.5 seconds back. He's really going to have to start pushing now if he wants any chance at trying to get that victory.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Perrin's matching his lap times, and Cody's 2/10 off of where he was 5 laps ago.
Yeah.
And
Next
he
week-
still keep battling with the 40.
Next week, we're going to be at the Red Bull Ring, qualifying promptly at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. Have the practice lobby open again. If you're interested in joining the Gears Cup Series, we're happy to have you. Join on the iRacing League UI. It'll be 9223 is the ID. And give us an email and ask to join our Discord. We'll get you in there. That's what we primarily use, and we would love to have you.
Battle for 5th is heating up.
Oh yeah. I would love to
Good hits
join you in
with
the booth
Reed.
next week at Red Bull. However, I will be in a no assist elite race at Canada.
Getting Canadian is Brandon Phillips, as you heard it first, next week. Just in case anybody cares. Sorry, I had to take one jab while I had you live on stream.
Of course, of
Looks
course.
like CJ's not going to be able to make this time.
No,
Yeah, I
he's
don't
losing
think
a little
so.
bit of time.
Perrin's
He's
still
pushing
in
it.
the 15.5s. The real
He's-
battle right now is the battle for the top 5 finish between William Hitzman and Lucas Reed. And Lucas Reed has been reeling in Hitzman for
Yes, he
the
has.
entire run.
Regardless, let's just say it, guys. Regardless, William Hitzman, as we talked about pre-race, Matt, we didn't know if we were going to just let him race just because of what our requirements are. He is definitely due to meet our requirements, obviously. But he's shown out to be pretty decent. He hasn't caused any wrecks. He's definitely been a guy that stayed out of people's way if they're faster, and he's proven that he can drive a car. He's kept it straight all night long.
He has
I
had
hate to
total line
interrupt
all
you
night.
guys, but Mike is a straightaway behind Aiden.
We got a car in the wall up here on the front straightaway, but I think they got out. That's
Whatever
before
the
he was
case.
severely off the pace.
And that is too bad for Sean Anderson. He was our stage 1 winner. Definitely unfortunate to see the fall from grace for him tonight again. Second in points.
Reed's on the inside of Hitzman.
Hitzman's in the
holding
wall.
himself, trying to keep
Hitzman.
ahead.
That's gonna let Reed by. I think that might have done a toe link for that 54 car.
Hitzman's still fighting back. He's staying within 2 car lengths, but there goes Reed, shooting out like a cannon out of 4. Again, 12 laps to go. Perrin Huggins, Cody Johnson, Kyle Munson, Nathan Fuller, and Lucas Reed, your top 5. William Hitzman, Aiden Lund, Mike DeWalt, Brandon Smith, and Sean Anderson. rounding out your top 10.
Wow,
Again-
we've been talking about the 14 being off the pace for about 100 laps now, and he's still running in the top 10.
That
He
is
currently on pit
impressive.
road. And he
And
will
that will be-
survive being on pit road, I believe, to be able to keep that 10th position.
I would imagine that'll be his last pit stop of the night. As 10 laps to go, Perrin Huggins is your leader as we will move the cam to him. Again, he's already won a race this season. He has proven himself among the Gears Elite.
Mike is underneath Mamba for 7th, and he takes the position.
Back it up here, see if we can get that pass here real quick. Yeah, nice and clean. As we see from Mike DeWalt moving up into 7th. That is very important for him.
Yeah, I heard he had a tough first half of the race.
Again, Perrin Huggins' last win, or his first win this season, was April 7th at Auto Club with the Jimmy Johnson Tribute 200, where he took every single stage and was the pole sitter. So a little bit over a month since his last victory. Looks like that may change tonight.
Full points day in league history. I believe so.
Yes, you are correct.
5 to go.
5 to go at the line, as Brandon says, for his Brittle 250. Brandon, real quick, if you can give us in 60 seconds or less, the brief history behind why we call it the Brandon's Brittle 250.
Well, it all started with me just flat out messing up the start, and then eventually, I want to say it was like a quarter of the way into the race. I think there was a bunch of contact being made, and I was just trying to say, hey, calm down, it's Bristol, but Brittle came out, and it's been called that ever since.
And that's why we have it here in the Gears Cup Series again. From our days in GSL, he has an F1 series on Sunday nights. If you got, as we will talk about that, I think post-race, 2 laps to go. Again, Sunday nights we will be at Spa this weekend. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, we got a sprint race. Ooh.
My teammate just got his wheel in the mail, so he's very excited to get that out.
He'll have fun.
Absolutely. Final lap for Perrin Huggins. Coming around turns 3 and 4. Your winner of the Brandon's Brittle 250 is Perrin Huggins.
Cody Johnson comes across in 2nd place. Kyle Munson limps it all the way back around home for 3rd. Something was definitely not right with his car on that run. Fuller will finish in 4th place, and 4 laps down in 5th place is Lucas Reed.
Mike DeWalt manages to be able to pass Hitzman at the end to get 6th, which puts Hitzman in 7th. Passing Mamba towards the end to get 8th. Brandon Smith finishes in 9th, and Sean Anderson will round out the top 10.
You heard it first from our fantastic new booth here with Matt Albert and Brandon Phillips. Again, thank you guys for joining us here tonight. Again, Perrin Huggins, your winner of the Brandon's Brittle 250. Let's watch him celebrate for a moment. Let him soak in what win number 2 on the year. Well, let's see if we can get Hitzman into the chat here. Just one moment.
Drag him in here.
Yes, please. All right, we are back with the conclusion of the Gears Cup Series. Brandon's Brittle 250. I got a couple guys here for tonight, bringing in William Hitzman first, marking his first race of the series, finishing 7th. William, thank you so much again for joining the Gears Cup Series. Happy to have you, as well as you finished 7th tonight. Kind of give us a little brief description in 60 seconds or less of your race tonight.
Honestly, just felt like I was being passed more times than I was passing. So, first race of the season. I mean, I'll take a 7th place finish. A lot of learn. I felt like I learned a lot. So we'll just kind of, keep on chugging along.
Yeah, no, we're happy to have you, William. Thank you for joining the league. You finished 7th tonight. As we look forward to next week, the Red Bull Ring. Hopefully, you'll be there to join us. Again, a great start, getting a top 10 for your first race in the Gears Cup Series, and all the best going forward.
Thank you.
All right, and then our guy who finished a podium finish, if we're talking F1, 3rd-place finisher Kyle Munson. Kyle, you took the lead there late, held on to it for quite some time. Eventually, Perrin came to make the pass for the win. But Kyle, you had a great night tonight. Finished 3rd. It definitely will help you with points. Give us a brief description of your night this evening.
Yeah, super happy about it overall. I was actually expecting to not really finish this race, just because of being a short track and all. But
Sure.
no, everything worked out really well.
Well, like I said, I wasn't on the track, so I couldn't help you out there with what you needed. But yeah, I mean, you definitely drove a good car. Again, Matt described it as you really do take care of your tires. You take care of your car. But Perrin Huggins, man, he's just like a shark out there. He hunted you down for sure.
Yeah, I mean, on the first 100 laps, I actually went one set of tires for both stages, and then ran that last stage on one set until I think we were like 70 to go. So then I pit, obviously. But yeah, I made a mistake of kind of trying to check out a little bit too early off that restart that we got, and just burned them up a little too early. So, but overall, I'll take a 3rd. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, that's going to definitely help you points-wise, especially going into the Red Bull Ring next week. That's definitely be for a difficult track for those who are unprepared. So, again, congratulations to William Hitzman. Kyle Munson, a great run here tonight. Your winner is Perrin Huggins. Up next week will be the Red Bull Ring, and 2 weeks away will be Nashville Speedway. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Brandon Phillips, our special guest here tonight with race control and analyst Matt Albert. Wishing you a wonderful evening. Next up is going to be a recruitment race. Looks like at Talladega. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. And again, have a great weekend, and thank you for joining the Gears Cup Series. Have a good evening.